He's just a good old boy who loves burning rubber and driving fast.
Off and running, going 4 wide at my normal home away from home here, Memphis International. Vegas, here we go. It's Vegas, baby, we're here. It's a long day of flying, but we have made it. Headed to the rental car right now, and it's hot. It's supposed to be middle 90s all week. Whew. Gotta drink all that water. Gotta be ready for the sweat. It's coming. Well, we're in Vegas, and I thought, because I got so many freaking comments about the rental car Jeep that we had while we were in Phoenix and Pomona, that I was going to maybe take a draggy and get some times on all the crazy rental cars that I get. They're not crazy, but all the rental cars I get from time to time. So here we are. It's hot out here. We have a 2025 Nissan Rogue. This thing is new, and when I tell you it's new, it's still got plastic around it. When I got in it, it had a whopping 5 miles on it. That's it. So it's brand new Nissan Rogue. I see it says all-wheel drive. Other than that, I don't know anything. But let's get a 0 to 60 time on this thing. Let's see what happens. So 2025 Nissan Rogue, 0 to 60. Let's do it. Stomp on that loud button. Oh, it is so slow. But we're off and running. Let's just see what it's got. It's slow, y'all. That's 60. What a turd. We'll rate and review and see what Draggy says. She's a rocket ship. Not. 2025 Nissan, whatever that thing is, not very fast. 0 to 60 in 10.37 seconds. You will not be setting any records with that thing. So that is our first 0 to 60 rental car test. Tell me if y'all want me to keep doing this. Just something silly we wanted to do. Nissan Rogue. I said Rogue. It is. All right, day one, Vegas, baby. We're going 4 wide today. It's going to be hot. Temperatures nearing 100 degrees. But I love our chances with Jimmo and Nikki turning the knobs. It's going to be awesome. We're going to try to go back to back. Wally would be awesome. But I want to take a quick minute and tell you guys, check out the new shirts at claymilligan.com or singthebag.com. Tom Bailey's always getting on to me because I don't tell y'all about it. Brand spanking new. Me and Donna call that our cartoon shirt. Me personally, this is my favorite. Get Iggy with it. I love it. Iggy blasting by the Christmas tree. This is all on claymilligan.com or singthebag.com. Let's go racing. We got to get this thing ready to go. It's going to be a hot one. All right, got some of my favorite folks, especially that one. She's awesome. Thank you. So we are headed to the Nitro stage. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but you know me, I'm not scared to talk. So we're going to make that happen. Talk to some fans. Have a good time. How are you? Good. How y'all doing? So we're in for something a little different. I thought I was coming over here to hang out with Jason, but I am hanging out with Jason, but what are we doing?
We're going to give the NHRA fans here your input on the fan experience here at NHRA Drag Race.
New fan orientation.
New fan orientation. Well, that's why I was stopping them high schoolers. It's their first time here.
Well, we're going to explain to them what they're going to see.
They're up here on stage, and Matt Hayden interrupted us.
race, and you know that gives some drivers a challenge. To help you understand why, I'm with Clay Milligan, who is going to explain exactly what the drivers are going through. So here's what happens. Tree flashing, stop on that loud pedal, and we're off the course.
So here's the deal. Been running like a wild man, which is good. Up on stage with Courtney, NHRA, had me mic'd up doing a bunch of different things. But we're in the lanes. I missed the warm-up. So no warm-up on the Q1 coming up here. We are the third quad coming out. And we're in lane number 3, which means I'll be looking across the Christmas tree to staging bulb number 3. Hot, hot, hot. So here's something we do when it's hot like this. This is water number 4 for me. Me and Izzy kind of play a game. It's really about staying hydrated though when it's this hot. All right, time to go to work. Get the helmet on, stomp on that loud pedal, and try to qualify number 1. Let's go. I am sitting here in the hotel room, a bit frustrated because the little piece that I use to put the SD cards from the GoPros onto my phone to make you guys this content, I don't have it. I don't know where it is, and I can tell you that Don and I have stopped at multiple stores, had no luck finding it. So this video, and probably this weekend's videos, will be a little different. But I'm gonna do the best I can to bring you what I got. Appreciate you guys watching.
Josh Hart, the Arnell Carriers machine. New look. Josh out of Ocala, Florida. They came out of the wilderness. What's up, Fast Jack? Everybody waving to Fast Jack in that Graham Rahal Performance Chevy Camaro looking mean. Jasmine Salinas, lane number 2. Clay Milliken, lane 3. And Tony Stewart over there in lane number 4. A rematch of your last time.
I was just about to say that I'm seeing things, Joe. I'm seeing a rematch in those 3 and 4 lanes. What we had in Pomona and Clay Milliken coming out on top. I know Tony Stewart got so close, so close to his first win. And it's right around the corner, I have a feeling.
Well, look, this is the track. You know, I'm not making predictions right here, but this is the track where Tony had his first great run in a drag race car. This is the track where Tony Stewart got his first win in a drag race car, and maybe it's meant to be here this weekend. I don't know, but if you look at the research, this track has been very friendly to Tony Stewart.
Well, Joe, I'm going to give you another spoiler on my Play NHRA opening odds. I picked Tony as my long shot.
All right.
There you go.
Sorry, Tony. Josh Hart was over 500 days between 3.6-second runs, but they broke through and they got it. And so now that team we've got a new brain trust out there, Joe Barlam and Jason McCullough, along with Ron Douglas, guys that you have great experience with.
Yes.
Really willing this thing to the next level. Jasmine Salinas, Clay Milliken, see if we can keep it going. Just got the win at the Lucas Oil Winners. Smoke for Josh. Jasmine's off the throttle, and they're all coasting to the stripe.
Yeah, you know, Joe, it's getting hotter as these sessions have gone on, and you know, it's a tricky racetrack once it gets hot out there. At the beginning of the session was earlier in the day, but the sun has been beating on this the longer we've gone, so that may explain why we're seeing this in that quad.
And they all had the air deflectors on
Yes.
the machines. For those who have not been following the NHRA on a regular basis, and maybe you just come out to the track once or twice a year to see this incredible spectacle, of course, I would encourage you to subscribe to NHRA on YouTube and follow along with all our social media so you can keep up on the stories. But you see Clay Milliken up on the in-venue super screen. You could see that air deflector right in front of the engine. Some cars, those are no longer mandatory. You can have them or you can not have them. And some cars do not have them depending on the circumstances. It's a big tuning tool. We'll find out more after we hear from Courtney.
Okay, there's you a wild-looking time slip, y'all. We are right here. 869, 223, 441, 177, 483, 153. If you look all the way across, we got a 965, 682, 483, 477. So, with all that being said, I heard some static on the radio, and I thought, well, usually I hear anything, I either don't go or I shut it off, but I knew Jesse had the button in his hand, so he hit the button a couple 100 foot into the run. That's why everything's so slow. Apparently everybody in that quad had a problem. But it was fun to get out of the car and go tell Tony Stewart. He won that coasting contest because he was beside us. We went 483, he went 477. You got one on me there, Tony, but all good. Ashley O's here. Jim O's daughter for the O's all that don't. I don't know if you've ever been on the channel, actually.
I don't think so.
I don't know how that's happened. And
Haven't been around enough.
We also got NHRA camera right there. I don't know what they're doing on there. They're trying to find out why I talk so much. Lots of caffeine, that's what it is.
Keeping tabs on you.
Yeah, keeping tabs on
All
me.
the Celsius.
That's, I don't know if it, well, I guess it is kind of Big Brother paying attention. Because they're Big Brother while we're here. They are definitely watching us.
Someone's got to keep you in line.
Exactly. Well, I hear this all the time. Everybody's mad because I don't leave the camera in the lounge anymore, but it's Dad we really need to keep in line. Everybody misses that, but we had to quit doing it. I'm sorry, y'all. People were trying to peep in, looking what we're doing. Also, no camera in the lounge anymore. I miss it too. But here's the real truth. It would be non-stop beeps because of Nikki Bonifant. Right?
Yes, 100%. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt. This is a family channel. Q2 coming up. So since we're rolling across the scales, I just thought of something, popped in my little pea brain. Since we got Ashley O in here, I'm going to put her on the spot. So you have been around this literally your entire life. Your daddy has done this for longer than you are old.
Yes.
And your mom and him met at the race shop, actually, I think. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, at the Club Motorsports Race Shop.
Yep, because she ran everything while he was... I don't even think he was a crew chief at that point, was he?
No, he was just a lowly crew guy, and he was running the PR stuff for Toyota for Wisconsin County.
That's really not what I'm putting you on the spot about. Okay, so your entire life at the races, your favorite win. Seriously, and it don't have to be involve me. I'm being very serious for everybody watching.
Well, Clay, that's a really hard question, but I'm gonna be honest, it was that win in Denver with you, winning the last Wally at the Mile High Nationals was spectacular.
That one rates way up there for me too.
The first time I went to that race, my dad won the race with Scott, and that was one of my favorites.
Right.
But then when you guys were able to win the last one, that was just all time for me.
That is kind of cool because you can only win the last one once.
That's it.
So that's pretty dang cool. That was a fun weekend though. It really was. It really,
was so
really
fun.
was. Having all the, it's gonna get loud. Having all the PFI guys there, that was fun. Brent and Jamie and everybody, and you being there, that was pretty cool. Sisters were there. That was a good one.
We had the whole crew. It was great.
It was. It was. There we go. We now know what Ashley O's favorite win was. I like it. Denver's up there, near the top for me. Not my favorite, but it's way up there. All right, now we're going to get the car ready for... All right, something a little different there because we just warmed up partially. Had some kind of leak in between the blower and the manifold, so now they had to tear it back apart real quick. I haven't got in there and asked them what it was. I'm assuming an O-ring jumped out of the slot, but I gotta be honest, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna be cutting it really close for Q2 here.
Or whenever you get a second. Look!
Warm-up number 2 for Q2 complete. These guys are awesome. Supercharger off, back on, warm up, seat to clutch, all the normal things. We're still rushing because they've already called us to get up there, but they're unbelievable.
They're fired up, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for some nitro? Let me hear you make some noise.
Milliken Mania is running wild across the country. Clay Milliken picking up the Lucas Oil Winter Nationals Wally. Jasmine Salinas in lane number 3 and lane 4. Josh Hart, the Arnell Carriers team. Spoke with Josh in between rounds, and said that his Q1 here was a duplicate of round 2 in Pomona. The tire did not rotate once before the clutch came all the way in and blew it off. So they did find a couple of things in the electrical system that they're working on, and hopefully have found the issue in this quad. We'll see if they get off the starting line, but that's 2 runs in a row they've had the identical problem. Trying to see on Sean Langdon's car whether or not he has those air deflectors. Didn't run them a little bit earlier. Want to see if they are perhaps on the car for this quad. Here we go. Smoke 1, Smoke 2, Smoke 3, and 391.8 for Josh Hart. So they were able to get down the racetrack 310.20 miles per hour for Josh, the only person to make a quasi full pull. Langdon with an 823.7 in lane number 1, 469.2 in lane number 2. Jasmine with a 437. So Josh Hart able to improve that 391, puts him all the way up to number 2. And from this vantage point, I can see it appears that Sean Langdon did have the air deflectors back on his machine.
And he also had a hole out early, causing him to shut the car off. And Josh Hart, like you said, the last 2 runs, or before this one, might have ended up in smoke, but that team ran solid in Pomona. They ran 67.5s, 2 of them. So they're figuring something out, Joe, and if they figure it out, they've had success in the past. They can have success in the future.
There's this other confusing time slip. Number 51, 469, 163. Obviously, we didn't make it. 862, 219, 335 at 187. Nothing to write home about. Actually, none of them. This car over here, which I think is Tony Stewart. I'm not sure. 3.91 at 310. I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. I don't pay attention to who's in the other lanes. Nothing I can do about it, so I don't pay attention. No matter what, it left. There's some fighter jets ripping across the sky. It left. Pull the tires loose. Shut it off. We'll be okay.